Good day everyone. Today I discuss the importance of sales history in the food business. Using the history of past sales in your food service operation is critical when attempting to accurately forecast future sales. But as the famous investing quote states, past performance does not guarantee future results. It is not enough to only look at the past to predict the future. There are just too many variables that can positively or negatively affect our operation. In this lesson, we will look at the several ways food service operations can attempt to accurately forecast. Two important figures to track in a food service operation sales history, in addition to overall sales, are customer count or number of covers and check average. Many operations records these figures hourly and use them daily to control both food production and labor usage. These figures are likely part of a computerized sales and accounting system can be saved for multiple years. Looking back at these records is often the basis for predicting future sales and customer counts. Guest check average is also useful in comparing performance from one time period to one another or one unit to another. Guest check average, past customer counts, and sale are also critical to developing budgets and other plans for future operations. Next, fixed average and rolling base average in predicting sales. A regular 12-month average reduces a year of monthly figures into a single average number. A 12-month rolling average or moving average is simply a series of 12-month average over multiple consecutive 12-month periods. This statistical tool can help you gauge the overall direction of a series of monthly data because it smooths out the effects of month-to-month changes. You can use a 12-month rolling average to analyze almost any type of monthly numbers such as revenues, profits, stock prices, or account balances. And last, we will compute the sales variance and percent variance. And lalagay natin dito yung formula to use with an example. And sabihin na natin na nag-work ka sa isang kumpanya na nagbebenta ng potted plants online. And your company expect to sell is 100 photos plants in decorative pots for $30 each. After 1 month, the plants are not selling as expected and your competitors are selling a similar product for $24. So your company marks your product down to $22 each. During this sale period, your company sells all 100 potted photos plants for $22. Using the formula, we can calculate the sale variance for the potted photos plants. From this calculation, we can see there was an unfavorable variance of $800 from the sale of the potted photos plants. This means the company brought in $800 less than anticipated from the sale of the plants. In this situation, the company reduced the price of their product to remain competitive, and although they were able to bring in sales using this method, this brought in less revenue than they originally hoped.
Good day. I will be presenting controlling in the food and beverage business inventory levels. Food and beverage controls essentially means controlling the behavior of the people and the process responsible for the expenses. Control is a process by which a manager attempts to direct, regulate, and restrain the act of people to achieve and desired goals. Number 1. Analysis of income and expenditure. Number 2. Establishment and maintenance of standards. Number 3. Pricing. And number 4. Prevention of waste. Analysis of income and expenditure. The analysis is solely concerned with the income and expenditure related to the food and beverage operations. The revenue analysis is usually by each selling outlet of such aspect as the volume of the food and beverage sales, the sales mix, the average spending power of customers at various times of the day, and the number of the customers served. This explains the analysis of costs includes departmental food and beverage costs, portion costs, and labor costs. The performance of each outlet can then be expressed in terms of the gross profit and net margin and the net profit. Establishment and maintenance of standards. The basis of the operations of any food and beverage outlet is the establishment of a set of standards which could be particular to an operation. This explains the management could have set SOP, standard operational procedures, which should be readily available to all staff for reference. This can be aided by regularly checking on the standard achieved by observation and analysis and by comment made by customers, and when necessary, conducting training course to re-establish the standards. Pricing. Pricing is the process whereby a business sets the price at which it will sell its product and services and may be part of the business marketing plan. The explanation is pricing is important to determine food menu and beverage list prices in the light of accurate food beverage costs and other main establishment costs. As the average customer spending power, the pricing charged by competitors, and the price that the market will be accept. Prevention of waste. Waste prevention relates to reducing the amount of the waste generated, reducing the amount of hazardous waste, and reducing the impact of the waste of the environment. This explanation in order to achieve the performance and standards for an establishment, targets and set for revenue, cost level, and profit margin. To achieve this level of performance is necessary to prevent wastage of materials caused by such things as a poor preparation, overconduction, failure to use standard recipe, and etc. This can only be done with an efficient method of control, which covers the complete cycle of the food and beverage control from the basic policy of the organization to the management control after. Purchasing. Purchasing involves the series of activities that begin when beverage and supply needs are determined and ends after these items are sold or used by the operation. This explanation, the person employed to purchase food and beverage for an establishment will be responsible for not only purchasing, but also the receiving, storage, and issuing all of accommodates, as well as being involved with the purpose for which the items are purchased and the final use of them. Receiving. The receiving process entails matching the products ordered with those delivered. It also means ensuring that the product have arrived in a good condition. This example means by checking the quantity and quality of the products delivered against the purchase order. Receiving the personnel can ensure that they do not accept items that were not ordered or are in damaged condition. They also must not sign delivery invoice if only partial or no delivery of expected item occurs. Finally, they must accept only items of proper brand and quality. Storing. The main function of this department is store and issue food and beverage items that pertain to the food and beverage operations of the hotel. Raw material should be stored correctly under the right conditions and temperatures. There are 3 types of storing the food and beverage. Dry storage. The storing of items which don't require a climate control environment. Items set in dry stockpiling by and large have a long time span of usability, also known as a long shelf life. To ensure the food items that require dry storage simplified, take a peek in your pantry, cupboard, or cabinets. Items such as a butter peanut, potato chips, rice, and canned vegetables are items which do not require a climate-controlled area. Refrigerate storage. This requires food storage at a cool temperature but not a freezing temperature. These are the items that need to be kept cool at all times, such as meat, butter, cheese, and eggs. Frozen storage. Storing food in the freezer is a great way to maintain their quality, freshness, and nutritional value. The recommendation freezer temperature 0 degrees Fahrenheit will keep the food safe to eat indefinitely. Freezing to this temperature inactivity any bacteria, yeast, and mold present in the food.